Point 3, fire alarm system and firefighting arrangements at our workplaces. In this element, we will be basically discussing the fire alarm system requirements and firefighting arrangement at our workplace in order to tackle any kind of emergency at our workplaces. One of the most critical factors in determining whether people live or die in a fire in a workplace is how quickly the fire is detected and how quickly people are alerted. This is also a critical factor in determining how easily the fire will be controlled and extinguished. Ideally, fire will be detected as soon as they start, and building occupants will be alerted to the presence of the fire immediately so that an appropriate response can be mounted. This response should usually be a full building evacuation and a call to the local fire police. It is therefore essential that an appropriate fire detection and alarm system is used in a workplace. The exact type of system used will be subject to the fire risk assessment, local building regulation, guidance, and standard. But some general principles can be applied, which are the simplest system in a very simple, low fire risk workplace where all parts of the workplace can be seen by the occupant and there is no greater fire risk, then no detection or alarm system may be required if there is a fire. People will see the fire and shout fire. This may be acceptable as long as the workplace is not so large that some people would not hear that shout. If the workplace is simple and low risk but large enough that building occupants might not hear a shouted alarm, then a hand-operated alarm might be used, such as handbell, whistle, or air horn. The next step up is a fire alarm system that can be manually activated from call points. These call points are usually buttons behind a clear plastic disc. When hit break and activates the system. The system will have a central control box and sounder at positions throughout the workplace that give the alarm. Interlinked smoke alarm. If there are rooms such as plant room or store that are not normally occupied, so a fire might start there and no one would notice, then a simple automatic detection and alarm system might be fitted. Made up of interlinked smoke alarm, this consists of individual ceiling mounted unit that detects smoke from the fire and give the alarm sound. These are linked together so that when one sounder activates, all of the sounder emit the alarm. Automatic fire detection and alarm. This system is made up of automatic detectors and manual call points linked into a central control box, linked in turn to sounders and or lights. If a person sees the fire, they can activate a manual call point and raise the alarm. If there is no person present, then the automatic detectors will activate the system and raise the alarm. This type of system is commonly used to protect medium to high risk workplaces, multi-story building, and workplaces where sleeping accommodation is provided, such as care homes. An automatic fire alarm can be quite simple or very complicated depending upon the workplace in which it is installed. In some workplaces, the building is subdivided into zones and the fire system can give different warning sound in different zones depending on which zone of the fire was detected in. In this way, phased or stacked evacuations can be achieved. The type of automatic fire detector that is used with the fire alarm system also varies depending upon the situation. Smoke detectors are very common and they detect small smoke particles and they are usually very sensitive and give clear warning. They are of two main types, ionizing and optical. They can give rise to false alarm if used in a humid, wet, dusty or smoke-filled atmosphere. Heat detectors are more suitable for certain applications and they detect the excess heat generated by fire and they are usually less sensitive and give later warning. They come in two main types, rate of rise and fixed temperature. They may not detect smoldering fire that are giving off smoke but not much heat. Coming forward towards the portable firefighting equipment. If a fire starts in a workplace, it may be possible to extinguish the fire quickly and effectively using a portable fire extinguisher. This might be done with a minimal risk to the user, so preventing the fire from escalating, potentially saving lives and property. If there is no portable fire extinguisher present, there will be no choice but to leave the fire to burn out of control. In addition to the portable extinguishers, other firefighting equipment can be found in workplace such as fire blankets, which are used to physically smother small fires. Very useful for cooking areas where fat fires might occur and also for smoothing burning clothing. Second one are hose trees. They are sited in buildings to allow fire teams to fight fires. And the third ones are sprinkler system. They are also sited in buildings and warehouses to automatically douse a fire by using the water mist. Moving forward towards the extinguishing medias. Fire extinguisher can contain different extinguishing media depending upon the class of fire that they are intended for use on. The class of fire is indicated on the extinguisher with the symbol and letter. The fire extinguisher may also be labeled with the medium that it contains. Fire extinguishers are usually colored red. In the UK, a color coding system was historically used for extinguisher to enable quick recognition of the different types, and this color coding has been retained to a degree. A small part of the body of the extinguisher or the label and may be color coded. Moving forward towards the types of portable fire extinguisher, there are basically 5 types of fire extinguisher. The first one are water. They are suitable for class A fire. They work by cooling the fire. A standard water fire extinguisher is not suitable for use on class B, D or F fires or electrical fire. This might lead to a risk of shock. Certain specialized water extinguishers are available for use on class B and class F fires. Carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. They are suitable for class B fires and electrical fire. It works by smoothing the fire. It is not suitable for use on class D or F fire. It must be used with care because of the body of the fire extinguisher gets very cold during use and can cause freeze burn injury. CO2 is an asphyxiant gas, and so care must be exercised when using it in an enclosed space. Foam fire extinguishers. They are suitable for class A and B fire. They work by smoothing the fire or by preventing combustible vapors from mixing in the air. Some specialist foam can be used on electrical fire, but again the user must be certain that they are using the right type. As the foam is wet, it is not suitable for class F hot fat fires. Dry powder fire extinguisher. They are suitable for all classes including electrical fire with the exception of class F. They work by smoothing the flames and may chemically interfere with the combustion process. They can be very messy and the powder must not be inhaled, so not recommended for use in confined space. There are special dry powder for use on class D fires. Just keep in mind that the dry powder fire extinguisher are not suggested to use on any kind of electrical equipment because they contain powder, and during the extinguishing they can extinguish the electrical fires, but they will damage the electrical equipment because of the powder which is being used. That powder will stick on the electrical equipment circuit, and the maintenance and repairing of that circuit will be very much difficult after the fire. Wet chemical fires, specifically designed to deal with high temperature greater than 360 degrees Celsius. It reacts with burning oil to form thick surds, cooling and emulsifying the oil, putting out the flame and sealing the surface. Moving forward toward the siting, maintenance and training with related to the fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers should be positioned on fire exit route, near exit door and close to the specific hazard that they are provided to protect against. For example, a fire blanket close to a gas hob in a kitchen. Ideally, no one should have to travel more than 30 meters to reach an extinguisher. Fire extinguisher should be fixed to a wall at comfortable height, usually 1 meter for larger extinguisher and 1.5 meter for smaller one, or maybe on stands trolley. They should be clearly visible and signed. Fire extinguisher must be inspected and maintained routinely to ensure that they are always available in safe working order. Fire extinguisher should be prone to frequent routine inspection and planned preventive maintenance. In frequent routine inspection, we need to ensure that fire extinguishers are present at their designated position and that they appear to be in good order with their firing pin still tacked in a place. This might be done as part of a routine housekeeping inspection or as per specific fire safety check, perhaps by fire warden. In planned preventive maintenance, we need to ensure that the fire extinguisher remain in safe working order. This is normally carried out on an annual basis by certified engineer and may involve inspection, testing and dismantling depending on the type of fire extinguisher. Records should be kept of visual inspection and maintenance checks carried out. Workers who might have to use portable fire extinguisher should be trained in safe usage of it. This will be determined by the fire risk assessment. The training should include theoretical training, classroom based, but should also include some practical training. This will normally involve workers using real fire extinguisher to put out real fire. Set up under controlled circumstances, either at the workplace or at a training session. A typical training course will include a general understanding of how fire extinguishers operate, the importance of using the correct extinguisher of different classes of fire, and practice in the use of fire extinguishers of different types, knowing when to tackle a fire and when to leave it alone, knowing how to leave a fire that has not been extinguished. Records should be kept of our training provided. As always, local legislation and code of practice will influence fire extinguisher provision, siting, maintenance, and training. Moving forward toward the access for fire and rescue services. Firefighting vehicle need to be able to get close to the perimeter of a building so they can position and deploy high-rise equipment such as turntable ladders, hydraulic platform, and pump appliances with fire hoses. Fire regulation in some countries may place a duty on occupier of premises to maintain such areas.